Kelly Ann, and welcome to another Flossy Friday. So I have a couple of things to show you and a little bit of haul, my monthly fabric, and what I'm going to be working on this weekend. So as you're watching this today, I will be on vacation for like a little mini weekend vacation. I'm gonna go to my family's house in the Austin area, North Austin, and spend some time with them. And my younger cousin he plays hockey, and he has a series of matches this weekend. So we are going to his games, and I'm really excited because I haven't ever been able to see him play because the last time I would have been able to see him play anything whenever they were in Seattle was he did baseball and like soccer and stuff. And then a few years later he got really into hockey, and he's apparently like super good at it, which is really awesome. And I just thought it'd be really fun. We talked about it at Christmas, and I was like, I really want to come to a game after the first of the year, or like a series or whatever. I want to come see y'all for like a weekend. And this happens to be the last weekend unless they get into the playoffs, but we won't know that until this weekend. So this weekend I'll talk about what I'm going to take with me on my trip, because I think I'm going to actually get some good stitching time in, like in the evenings, and also possibly at the hockey game. So let's talk about my first finish. It's not my first finish of February. It was my second finish of February. And can you believe I'm at 8 finishes already for the year? That is mind-blowing to me. I don't normally get this many things finished. And 6 of them were started this year, and 2 of them were started, I think one was in 2018 and one was in 2017. So for me, I'm doing fantastic, and I just want to keep the momentum up. Now, I do have this finished. I do not have it FFO'd, and the big reason for that is because I'm doing the entire series on this piece of fabric. So I at least want to get one more of them done. So I think I'm going to finish 2 of them before finishing or like FFOing them. So I want to finish 2 of them and then chop off like that piece of fabric, FFO them, and kind of do it that way. But I finished the hands-on designs, s4e8, Can You See? And I didn't change too many of the colors from what I can remember. But the few that I changed, it will be in the blog post. But I started this month, and I finished it this month. So I'm really excited about it. These turned out super cute. I don't remember the name of the stitch, but they turned out really good. I love my little jellyfish and the little crab. He's so adorable. I stitched most of this in about 2.5 days. And then I took some breaks and things like that because of just stuff going on. And I did a poll on Instagram, and I've already picked out my colors, and there's only 7 charted colors for this one, but I'm gonna do 8. And I picked the correct colors, but I picked nothing that was the recommended DMC. So I picked all my own versions of the color to best go with this fabric. So that's a little sneakity-peekity. But this might get started in March. But this is the put on the hat. My working copy is kind of in the way, but this one. So this one's gonna be next. I did a little Instagram poll of which of the 5 I should start. And there's so many varying options, and so I said, well, in the morning, the top 2, I'll make it like a voting poll. And it's really funny because Where Liberty Dwells got beat out, put on the hat by 1 in the initial, And then in the poll, it was like a landslide for the Halloween one. It was like 30 to like 7 It was insane. So I think that's really fun. I may have y'all pick some more of my new starts a little bit more often. It was really fun. Because some of the stuff that I want to start in, especially like next month, I don't know, maybe I'll just have y'all pick which one I start first, or if I'm like torn between two, or maybe if it's like a whip that I'm thinking about working on or something like that. But I have one whip left from 2014 and one from 2015. I think whenever I looked today, I had like 8 from 2016 left, and 4 of them are Frosted Pumpkin. Or no, 3 of them are Frosted Pumpkin. 1 is Satsuma Street, and 3, oh, it's split down the middle. 3 are Satsuma Street and 3 are Frosted Pumpkin. The reason why I kept on getting the Satsuma Streets ones wrong is because 1 is Mermaid Lagoon, which is very different from the 2 Pretty Little Cities. So, Mermaid Lagoon is on my to-do list for my quilt guild to get done. So I may start working on that in March because I do have a fair amount to go left on her. But anyways, that's getting into March stuff and we don't need to go there. So let's talk about some of the stuff that I have been working on. So I finished that. And I wanted to get a ton of progress on my Barbara Anna, but my dad came up this weekend and he asked me about the rolling of his coins, and I still have 2 buckets left. So I spent one of my long weekend days doing nothing but rolling coins, and I'm down to 1 bucket. So I can easily get them knocked out in a day, but that means I do nothing else. So I didn't get to work on that, but I did work some this week on Winter ABCs by Little House Needleworks on my lunch breaks. So I got at Embroidery Bee was Saturday. I finished my hands-on design there. And then I worked on this guy. So actually, let me unroll this a little bit so you can see the quilt, or try to see the quilt. Because I worked on the quilt at Embroidery Bee, and I ended up having to leave early, unfortunately, because my migraine was so bad. I was nauseous, my vision was blurry, so I woke up like super early, not feeling well, and started kind of feeling better, so that's why I ended up going to Embroidery Bee. And while I was there, there's fluorescent lights in there, and it made it come back. So I had to leave a little bit early and come home and take a nap, and then I stitched a little bit more on this that evening, and then I finished putting in the words, or I put in this and the snowman during some lunch breaks this week. So got a little bit of work on this done. This is going with me this weekend to my cousin's because I really, really, really want to get this finished. Because again, it's another one on my get finished for the year for my quilt guild. So I really want to get that finished. I did not work on this, but I'm also taking the ionomy piece with me, and I think that's going to be what I take to the hockey games, because there's, in between the periods, there's some like intermissions or timeouts, or I don't remember what you call them, honestly, to be quite fair, but there is going to be some time where I will have some free time, I think. So I'm just going to take it with me because I don't have to have a pattern anymore. It's just the thread, a small pair of scissors, and a single needle. So hopefully I can fill in those letters. There are 3 games. So if I can get 1 letter done at each game, then that will be finished, which would be fantastic. So that's also going with me this weekend. The final thing that I worked on this week, and that is going with me this weekend, I like I said, I wanted to work on the Barbara Anna, but I got her out, and I do still want to work on her, but something else was really calling my name. Again, this is one that is on my finish list for my quilt guild, and I don't know, it was just calling my name. So this is another one that I wanted to touch and like get a few stitches on this month. So I got it out and I fell back in love with it, and so I finished the first page. So I had the word confusing to put in, and then I put in the little mound and the house and the trees and the fence, and I've started on page 2 of the words, and I did all of this last night. So I'm really excited to have this back out. I'm so excited to work on this. The blog is already up, so I don't think I ever put the color changes for this in the blog whenever I originally talked about it. I will double check that, but this one with all of the colors that are in it will be in the like February wrap-up blog. So it's not going to be in the one that just went live. It's going to be in the next one. And if the colors aren't listed, it's because I listed them previously. And if you have or haven't been to my blog, if you want to see the past blogs about any particular cross stitch, on the right hand side there is a list of like clickable links, and you can click on a title of a pattern or a designer name, and it'll take you to all the blogs where that is mentioned, and so that's where you can kind of catch up with that. So I've changed up all the colors. I'm using overdyes for the whole thing, and I'm really hoping that I put something on the little info card for the fabric, because I'm truly not really sure. I know that this is a 32 count, but it was just a piece of fabric that was in a bag. So I don't actually have too much information on the fabric for this, which I know is something that y'all like seeing on those little info cards, but if you don't know the information, you don't know the information. Like I said, I'm given a lot of things from members of my quilt guild whenever they're going through stuff and cleaning things out, and they find like cross stitch stash and stuff, so it doesn't always still have like labels or tags on it. So I just have to take a wild guess a lot of the times, but I'm in love with this, and I cannot wait to get this finished and framed and hung up in my room because I just love it. Okay. Ooh, I forgot to put the threads back in with the winter ABCs. That is not good. I just sat here and noticed that there was just a pile of threads sitting there. Okay, let's talk about my little bit of haul. So I have my standard Picture This Plus 32 count Lugana 4th cut for my Baker's Dozen, and this is in Helix, another color that I've never used before from Picture This Plus, and it's just a really nice, lightly modeled blue. It has pale blues in it, and then some like brighter bursts that kind of have like a greenish steel bluish baby blue kind of look. It's hard to explain, but not all at the same time. It's kind of like aqua-y in a way. It's just a really pretty color, so I cannot wait to stitch something on this. My stash is just ever growing, and I'm not starting enough things, and I think it's because I starting things and I want to maximize the use of my fabric. I don't just take a piece of fabric anymore and start right in the center, and I haven't done that for a long time because I want to be able to use that fabric for as many things as possible. So I'm really excited about this one. I love the blues, and this one is going to be really easy to find something beautiful stitch on it, so I'm excited about that. All right, So I have a little bit of a haul, and I'm really excited about this. It has a couple of like rips and stuff, but it is a full kit, hasn't been opened, and if you can tell from the back, it is a Santoro London, and it is Panda Girl. So I've been looking at some of these kits for a while, and I just had to finally get one. Now if I can find the Bothy Threads Mirabelles, all 4 of them, I would be shocked, amazed, and very excited. Because honestly, those are kind of like my unicorn at this point. Those 4 patterns. Yes, there are 4. Really only 3 are talked about, but there are 4 of them. So if you know anybody, or if you have them, I don't even want the kit. I literally just want the pattern. I just want to stitch it myself. And that's the other thing about this. So this is a full kit. And it comes with 14 counts Weigart Ada. I possibly, and by possibly, I mean I'm most likely going to change out the colors. I want to keep her the same, and obviously the panda the same, but I think I'm going to change out the color of her outfit, and I'm also probably going to stitch this on dyed fabric, and this is a cream fabric that's in here. So that means this will probably remain a kit, because hopefully if this is in DMC, which would be nice. I haven't looked. It has a heart button. That might get used though. This chart is massive. They really want you to be able to see it. And I have not opened this yet. Okay, so they don't. They just tell you the color name. They just tell you the color name. But honestly, it's like white, light salmon, salmon, light pink, mid pink. I mean, it's stuff that I could find the actual name like on DMC, and or actually change it to whatever color wave I want it to be, and find, you know, like a light, a medium, whatever. And then the rest is like mid brown, dark brown, white, beige, dark gray, black. So I don't think it's going to be that hard to convert it to DMC and leave this as a kit. Because like I said, I don't want to use this fabric. I want to use either something that I dyed or something that I have that's dyed. But it has everything in here. It has a little tiny heart button, which I'm not sure where this goes on here. Oh, okay. It goes up here, which I would put it like on the panda, honestly, because I'm probably not going to stitch where it says Santoro. That's just me. So yeah, this is gonna most likely stay a kit, except the button might get used. So, that'll be really cool. But again, if you know anybody that has the Mirabelles, any of them, or if you have them and you've already done them, but you still have the pattern, I would love just to buy the pattern from you, because I don't mind kitting it up myself at all. Or if you know somebody and want to hook a girl up, unicorns, okay? They're really hard to find, and I would love to stitch them. But yeah, so I found this on eBay. I've been looking at some of the kits for a long time. I knew that the panda was a kit, and had just never seen it like available. And I see a lot of the same ones available all the time, like on Etsy and on eBay and stuff. And I just happened to be looking on eBay, and they had one. So actually there might have been two. I think there were two on eBay whenever I looked the other day. So I had to have her because he's just too adorable. He reminds me of my PJJ, and so I had to. So the only thing is, I think I'm gonna change the color of the outfit and stitch it on some hand-dyed fabric. So I'm really excited about this. This will get started this year. I don't exactly know when. Maybe this will be like a birthday stitch, or I'll try to stitch it before my birthday to have it finished by then. But I am really excited about it, and that's pretty much that. It's most likely gonna stay pretty much a kit, and I'm going to kit it up myself. That is it for this week. Pretty straightforward and simple, just because it was I don't know, it was a little bit shorter of a week again because I had to do coins for a whole day. My dad came up for a whole day, and I was sick for a whole day. So that was basically my 3-day President's Day weekend. I was incredibly sick, had company, and rolled coins. So what can you do? Sometimes you have to do other things in life. But yeah, so I'm really looking forward to getting some good progress this weekend, and maybe having at least 2 more finishes by the end of February. That would be the best. Actually, having 3 finishes would be the ultimate best, which would be the 3 that I told you about that I'm taking with me, which would be my Wouldn't It Be Great by Lizzie Kate, my Winter ABCs, and my Ionomy piece for my friend. That's the goal, is to have all 3 of them done. But if I could get at least 2 of them, or even 1 of them, any finish is a great thing. But yeah, that's basically it for this week. I hope y'all are having a great, I hope that y'all had a great Stitchy week and are gonna have a great weekend and upcoming week. And just let me know down below what you're working on, and also if you have any insider news to the Mirabelle kits, because that would be amazing. But in all jokes aside, as far as those go, and everything else, I really hope that y'all are having a fantastic week, and I will see y'all next time.